Hey, what's going on? You know who it is, you know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, so it appears that Errol Spence is in negotiations to finalize a deal in which he would take on Keith Thurman in a non-title match at 154, which would be Errol Spence debuting at 154. Now, Keith Thurman has had a fight at 154 before. Okay. Now, what's going on now that this news has been announced, you know, the spin doctors are going to try to find a way to once again try to justify this fight. But I told you a year ago, and you can go in my archives, go to my past video. I told you this is who Spence was going to be fighting. I told you that he was fighting Keith Thurman. All that stuff about blindsided is a load of crap. This is who they was gonna fight all along, and like I said, it's just always excuse after excuse. Like I say, these people didn't do up more obstacles to prevent this fight from getting made. But at the end of the day, you'll have these goofy content creators who will try to put this on Terrence Crawford for whatever reason, because they don't like him or whatever, because he didn't give him an interview or he won't talk to him and all this kind of stuff. Hey, I go through that all the time. I go through all the time. Like I said before, the most, hey, it's just real talk. I've wanted this fight really bad. The fans want this fight, but at the end of the day, this is just not in the cards for them. They don't want to make this fight. All you hear behind the scenes, and I need to let people know something. I'm not stupid, man. I'm not stupid, and I know what's going on. At the end of the day, what you're really trying to do is devalue the fight by saying, well, you're not going to make any money off this fight. When actually you could make money. But the problem is you're not so sure that your guy is going to be able to pull this off. And that's all it comes down to. And a lot of these content creators, deep down in their heart, they are doubtful and they are hesitant. And they kind of don't believe, or they believe that this is going to be a very difficult fight. And I said this before. A lot of people came on here, thought that they was going to try to make me say what they want me to say. And I'm going to say this again. And I'm not dissing Dallas, not dissing Texas. I got family in Texas. I love Texas. But I have no obligation to the city of Dallas or to dudes from Dallas to sit up here and be an Errol Spence apologist. I don't have to. And I'm not. And if you got an issue with me and you happen to be from that area because I won't comply, that's your damn problem. And I'm going to say this again. I said this, I don't answer to nobody. But that's also a theme behind the scenes. People have attitudes like little girls because you won't follow their script. And I told you, town business is his own brand. There's a difference between being affiliated with somebody and then being part of something. I'm my own brand. I'm my own boss. I'm my own entity. I answer to nobody. I have no boss. I have no leader. I don't check in with nobody. I don't ask permission before I do any type of videos or what type of content I put out. I don't okay it with nobody. I'm going to say this once again. I ain't got no leader. But that's the thing really behind the scenes. A lot of people got attitudes because they want you to sit up there and be a Spence apologist. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to call it right down the middle. And if people think I'm dissing them, then that's on you. That's your problem, not mine. But that's the thing with a lot of these dudes. I look at these content creators, and most of these dudes is from where Spence is from. And they try to put out false narratives to try to make it look like that they went out of their way to make this fight, when in reality they didn't. I told you this last year, that this was going on, that Spence was fighting Keith Thurman. Now when this fight is finalized, what you gonna do now? But what's going on, a lot of people is getting their excuses together. You're gonna start seeing these panels because these people are trying to basically put their heads together and try to brainstorm which is more like sprinkles instead of a storm in their brain, trying to figure out how could we put this on Terrence Crawford. I mean, listen, if you a casual, yeah, you'll listen to what these dudes say because you don't know what's going on. Because at the end of the day, you know, you got to understand something. Just because somebody got 100,000 followers, they don't know what, that doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. A lot of these dudes be making stuff up and they just be winging it and stuff. But I told you this last year. Keith Thurman said out of his own mouth that he was told he was going to be fighting Errol Spence. I don't think he was supposed to say that, but how do you justify a fight? How do you justify this fight happening? Well, what you do is you put out a lot of, you know, reports, oh, that you're going out of your way, and you try to run a smear campaign against the dude. You make up excuses about how much you can pay a dude or what he should take. People ignored facts. People ignored comments that came out of the PBC, people from the PBC's own mouth. Tim Smith said out of his own mouth that we didn't want to make an offer to Terrence Crawford that might be insulting to him. Then we were worried about the issue of could this fight sell and that people was going to stream the fight. You heard every obstacle, and that just goes to show you. See, I follow stuff. I follow stuff. Like I said, this is why I work for myself and work by myself. This is why I don't do these ridiculous panels, because there's no reason to. Because at the end of the day, these dudes don't want to accept reality, or they just want to lie. And I'm not going to lie to you. I said this was going to happen. And I told you 3 years ago, well, almost 4 years ago, that they was going to try to put all these stall tactics to keep this fight from happening. Told you back in 2019 that this was the play. Look at all my videos. I told you they was going to do this. So now this come to a shocker to you guys? You shocked? So now you want to try to pretend that this wasn't going to happen? All these fake reports about being blindsided, about contracts. But I thought a contract got signed in July. You heard about so-called revised contracts. But then you hearing about, okay, well, what was on the contract? But they can't even tell you what was on the contract. What was the offer? But that's what happens when you listen to people like the least attorney and a couple of other bald-headed dudes. That's what happens when you listen to them type of dudes that don't see the difference between me. You got to remember something. Okay, like, I'm from the Bay, man. Born and raised in Oakland, man. I know hustler politics. I know street politics. You can't, you know what I'm saying? I know about, you know what I'm saying? I know about pimping and simping. Keep in mind, the Mac was made in Oakland. So somebody from another place can't try to, like, use pimp tactics on me, because it go in one ear and out the other. You need to remember that. Now, I just want to see if people going to keep their word and call this out. When I said, well, Errol Spence is going to be fighting Keith Thurman. But like I said, at the end of the day, a lot of people, they talk that talk, but then when they get around certain people, then all of a sudden the demeanor change. Because see, that's the difference between me. I say what I believe in, and nobody can intimidate me. Can't intimidate me in person, and you definitely can't intimidate me over the internet. Please. Please. Like I said, I told you this was gonna happen. But keep the excuses coming. Keep the excuses coming, because that's all y'all about anyway, making excuses. Keep trying to play spin, doctor, but you ran out of spins now. You can't spin the wheel no more, because now it's in a triangular, rectangular shape now. You can't spin it no more. You You can't play spin doctor. You know why? Because the wheels are like squares now. They're every shape except a circle. But there you have it, though. This is just laughable. People trying to pretend like they shocked, like this is a shocker, when this was being said all along. Like I said, they threw up every obstacle. Always was the excuse. Other side of the street. Well, he crosses the other side of the street. Then it turned into, well, he need to be with a promoter to where he could, you know, actually have somebody help put this fight together. But you just told him that he needed to lead the promoter for this fight to happen. He needed to get a belt. Got a belt. Oh, I'm gonna take the easy route. All you did is hear obstacle after obstacle. Oh, I'm all about getting belts. But then there's a fight with Mikey Garcia, a guy that didn't have no belt whatsoever. Like I already told you what's going on. This is just basically a short, to me, this just looks like what I've been predicting is gonna happen, a shortcut to Canelo. Or to try to get you closer to a certain weight that Canelo would feel comfortable fighting at. And I'm waiting for something else too, because we gonna revisit something else too. Because like I said, once again, I'm gonna see if the fake pro-black brigade don't show up again. The fake pro-black gang. So we'll see. Anyway, it's your boy Tell Biz. I'm out.